начала атаки. Задайте им жару. В атаку! Все отряды отправлены.
И силами в бой!
Первая кровь.
Великолепная игра.
Нужна помощь.
Понятно.
Nice.
помощь! Ваша команда уничтожила башню! Серия убийств! Божественно! Вы убили врага! Серия прервана! Ваша команда уничтожила башню! Враг убит! Божественно! Окей. Союзник убит! Легендарно! Серия прервана! Мега-убийство! Серия прервана! Двойное убийство! Серия прервана! Вражеское двойное убийство! Нужна помощь! Атакуйте лорда! В атаку! Серия прервана! Двойное убийство! Наша башня была уничтожена! Вас убили! Ваша команда уничтожила башню! Союзник убит! Нужна помощь! Враг убит! Союзник убит! Атакуйте лорда! В атаку! Союзник убит! Атакуйте лорда! Великолепная игра!
何もありゃしない。
Наша башня была уничтожена! Атакуйте лорда! Атакуйте лорда. Атакуйте лорда. Отступаем! Враг убит! Нужна помощь! В атаку! Прервано! Враг в ярости! Отступаем! Лорда! Вражеская серия убийств! Сначала уничтожить башни! Нужна помощь!
Понятно.
Нужна помощь!
Атакуйте вражеского лорда.
Нужна помощь! Нужна помощь!
Riding in the Cadillac, big cataract, long black and chav, shooting the daddy, back in the daddy. Fucking gas out with your leg.
Держим!
You plastic recyclable, let it relax.
Враг убит!
Make a punk bitch bite the curve, American history. Burning
Враг
turkeys, children,
доминирует!
fuck up with the one step. Just another target, virgin mice with blades in the neck. Throw his body to the herd, this what happens when you flex.
В атаку!
I lace your mama drunk with LSD. Play the system escalated, chase her up and down the street. Now sleep, stay on the creek. Then kill you, shade, marking the beast. Walk this disease, at least my name.
Наша башня была уничтожена!
Give me a cigarette, my nerves is back. What the fuck, your name is boy, I never heard of that. Turned this back and now we made a murder bet. She let out a nervous laugh, swimming in the deep like where the surface at. Make a sound in the closet that I'm scuttling in the church that. Let my soul escape, I'm
Убили
making
врага!
like a urban cat. Hoping where the dirt is at. Let me circle back to the days when I said fuck the world, and still be verses at. Ruby's hunting like a circus act.
В атаку!
Понятно.
Вы убили врага! Союзник убит! Нужна помощь!
Понятно.
Ультимейт не готов!
Smoking motherfucker, I'm
В атаку! Отступаем!
got your bitch under the cover, sucking on me like a black
Враг божественен!
but I don't ever wear gangsta. Take a peek and then I spark into the gun and that's right.
They know the bang was suicide. Too
В
deep
атаку!
Понятно.
Ruby getting out for the pills that I supply. The screws are bound, flat tires in a 06 Chevy. Looking like a bloody
Отступаешь
Mary,
на
sipping
помощь!
codeine and berry. I'm down the dog when I smoke.
したが俺のガキ2、3年もしたがJ'ai pris un truc similaire. Ouais, j'ai pris un truc.
Серия прервана. Двойное убийство. Тройное убийство.
Another. I was 20.
Can you tell me the exact dollar amount receipt? So everything's up.
3.5. No, camera. I can't believe it, man. This car's so beautiful. I was fully about to go with this Turbo S, and I told myself, I'm like, if for some reason if something goes wrong with this deal or whatever, then like I'm just gonna get the GT3 RS. I mean, this is the craziest feeling ever. I'm not even kidding. I was like, I'm probably so excited.
We are on the hunt for the next salvage car rebuild. Last week, we went to look at a Bugatti Chiron Persport, and it was perfect. A super rare car with a chance to get it at a fraction of the usual cost. But Bugatti are not happy with us trying to attempt to rebuild this ourselves.
So that car has to go back to France for it to be repaired only.
And plus, the auction informants, but the hypercar rarity.
All you lucky kids who've got one, enjoy it.
And that's because only 1,350 were ever made. And unfortunately, one of those numbered cars has been crashed. Which now gives us a chance to get it at a cheaper price and try and rebuild this car ourselves. Oh boy. That's it. There's only one way for us to find out, and that is for us to go and see the car. Do you know what? Rare cars, they're pretty hard to find. All these cars, which they're not, they're missed payments.
Yeah, all missed payments. So this section is like, they're all clean.
Never. You have to be put on a special list.
It is special.
To get the car from new, you have to make an application, sometimes, which means making a 60-second video.
To be get put on the special list, I think you have to have a certain amount of money in the bank and probably own another vehicle that's close to a higher car.
What do you think you need, Kian?
I'd say you have to repair 20 wet belts on the Transit Customs.
Well, actually, Ford and any previous Ford actually going to drive them, rather than store them in a garage as an investment car. And I think this could actually benefit us when it comes to us rebuilding it. I'm not planning to rebuild this and store it in a garage. I want to actually drive it. There's no other Ford which looks as good as this. No, like, look at the back. The alloy gators are questionable.
This looks well good here.
Just stay away from. Yeah, look at that. Look, you look through there. Hi.
It is a good looking car.
That is a crazy looking car.
Some facts about this car as well.
Okay.
There isn't a panel on this car that's plastic.
What?
Every panel is carbon fibre.
So that's
You're joking.
Except, I've just noticed some of it is plastic.
Like, the design of it is unreal. Compared to the older Ford GTs, this looks like a Le Mans hypercar.
I can honestly say that I don't think I've ever seen one of these.
Oh, we just need to inspect this damage. Because there's a reason this car's at Copart. And of course, the damage was much worse than we first thought. This door might be alright. There's the reason why it's here. Too bad. there's a headlight missing. We need to get a price on a headlight. But when wish, I'm excited to try and figure it out. Change the port of this wing.
Yeah, there is down on this side.
Oh, look at this. The airbags have deployed. On mounts to the suspension arms. I'm getting now.
It's unreal.
I would put it, but we think building it here is probably going to be the best bet until it's done. And that's where we're going to be heading next. So this could be the place where we put their kindly our showing us round the corner. It's well warming. I don't know why I didn't bring a t-shirt. Okay, so we need to talk pros, cons, expenses, and parts. We don't even know whether any of this is going to be possible. We could end up in the same situation as we did with the Bugatti, with not being able to get parts, with the Ford, and even the Mercedes as well. Right now, the Mercedes AMG GT Black. Okay.
3, 6, 8, 10 grand. So
Okay. So the good news with the Black Series is that we can get parts, but the bad news is they're expensive, but that's to be expected. So Ford GT, what about the parts for that?
they were all produced on the wing mirror. Basically,
But expensive.
There was a time in which a man who never met you prayed for you, cried for you, stood in the night while his feet cracked, and held his hands to Allah with eyes tearing, saying, Ummati, Ummati. There was a man who did that. And all that he asked in return was that you try to follow his example out of love for him. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That's it. That's it. So realize that the pain that somebody feels in their heart at the prospect of your punishment is a sign and a proof of their love for you. And if you cannot reciprocate that love, then maybe it means you don't understand how much that He loved you. May Allah Ta'ala make us worthy of that love. May Allah Ta'ala make us those that are recognized by that love. May Allah allow us to be those that on the day of judgment, when our name is called and our deeds are weighed, that we are not a cause of pain for the Prophet ﷺ, but that we are a cause for his joy, his relief, his pride, his happiness. We pray that on that day, the Prophet ﷺ will take us by the hand. You know, there's that nasheed they were singing earlier, Khud biyadi, Khud biyadi, which means what? Take me by my hand, Ya Rasulullah. When? On that day, Ya Rasulullah, when I have no one else, everyone is scattered. يَوْمَ يَفِرُّ الْمَرْءُ مِنْ أَخِي وَأُمِّهِ وَأَبِي وَصَاحِبَتِهِ وَبَنِي. Everyone's family is going to run away from each other. But there will be one person that will be standing amidst the dust with a smiling face, looking at the signs of sajda on your forehead, the signs of wudu on your body, and he'll say, come, let's go. And that will be the Prophet ﷺ. May Allah Ta'ala give us that honor. There was a time in which a man who never met you.
الرسول Упаковка нахуй. Хотел бы я такое сказать, но, к сожалению, ко мне этот аппарат попал на ремонт. Для тех, кто не знает, это новый GPD WinMax 2 2025 года. Кстати, его стоимость составляет около 100 тысяч рублей. В конце ролика я вам покажу, почему производитель просит такую цену. Ко мне на ремонт это чудо инженерии попало с очень запутанной историей. И если рассказать вкратце, то где-то в сервисном центре пытались обновить BIOS. Они начали устанавливать файл обновления через флешку и погас экран. Еще на нем пытались заменить SSD-накопитель, но все попытки были тщетны. В итоге просто его собрали и отдали моему клиенту. Он, в свою очередь, сразу же отправил ко мне на ремонт. А вот чтобы добраться до BIOS, придется разобрать всю приставку. К сожалению, мой зажим не подходит для этой процедуры. Придется по старинке выпаивать BIOS и бросать его на программат, потому что когда он на плате, я не могу его прочесть. Теперь остается только сравнить старый дамп и новую прошивку, которую я скачал с интернета. Самое главное, нельзя допустить никакой ошибки, а то придется перебирать приставку несколько раз. На самом деле разобрать этот мини-ПК было очень просто. А вот чтобы собрать, я потратил около 40 минут. Еще придется потратить время на установку новой Windows, потому что SSD-накопитель был пуст. Представьте ситуацию, вы работали очень долго за компьютером и теперь хотите немного расслабиться и порубиться в любимую игрушку. Берете вот так двумя пальчиками и снимаете эти алюминиевые пластины. Затем переключайте ползунок на управление геймпадом. Это очень крутая фишка. Что думаете, пацаны, напишите в комментарии. Ну а я пошел чинить дальше. Ага.
Вообще нормально себе.
But I guess the final test will be when we actually plug it in. System RAM is much easier. For just gaming, 16GB seems to be perfectly fine in 2025. And I found a new 16GB Corsair kit for $34, clocked at 3600D. This is where I spend some pride of the system. We're going to a 1TB drive could cost literally hundreds of dollars, obliterating our budget. Wait, what? I'm sure it's not a perfect apples to apples, but it turns out in PC land, you can get a well-reviewed budget SSD, like Western Digital's Blue Line, for $55 a terabyte. So I picked up one of those bad boys, no idea how tiny these were. Yes, you. This one, secondly, ideally don't buy a used one. Great question. I trusted brand, they transmit our houses and to DC. 75% gets converted to DC, and 25% gets wasted as heat, as Cybernet publishes these handy or SFX. So budget-wise is a size standard in all 3 dimensions, width is an 8, mostly so we can fit all the MS meters in height. Slowly right around where I'm going, not that bad. Boss before we actually assemble the whole thing. Okay, whole build to decide on. It's when I hinted and asked people to guess, common guess, and looks like a Griffith. It's made of metal, has a nice minimal look, and despite supporting micro ATX motherboards and ATX power supplies, for volume, which is how these small cases are normally measured, it comes in at a pretty tiny 22 liters or 1,500 tablespoons in total size, which means it almost qualifies as a full-on small form factor or SFF. It's absolutely incredible description on Newegg. Big ideas, max length Pro, perfect, and we're gonna love how simple and minimal the case is. It's out there. So I wanted something a bit more love how simple and minimal the case is. With the front, it almost borders on bland for my personal tastes. And the airflow really isn't the greatest. There's a ton of gorgeous case fronts out there, so I wanted something a bit more visually appealing for my case. And thankfully, this one pops right off. Secondly, the front I/O makes me sad. My next statement will probably result in one of these situations, but I really think it's time for USB-A to die. It has served us super well since 1996. That's older than Good Will Hunting. Heck, the release of USB-A is closer to when humans first stepped on the moon than it is to today. Whenever I see it, I'm transported back to my school's life. USB-A is closer to when humans first stepped on the moon than it is to today. Whenever I see it, I'm transported back to my school's USB-C is some new untested thing. Heck. And I can get much faster speeds. And more importantly, it's reversible, so I can plug things in right the first time. So for me personally, for my storage to even like my kitchen scale, I really only have USB-C things and cables kicking around nowadays. So this front I/O really needs a change. For a more interesting front, I had to look no further than the back of my monitor. This has been one of my favorite design flourishes of the last decade. It looks like an elegant cheese grater, and the nested spheres are so fun to look at, and it allows for really great airflow. I knew I wanted something like this for the front of my case. Turns out this design is pretty mathematically complex, so shout out to Jay Peterson for an awesome blog post on all the math required to reconstruct this case. I opened up my CAD software and punched the formulas in, and quickly had something basic. After that, I got out some calipers and took a bunch of measurements of all the existing parts of the case so I could design to 3D print it, look, and the increased ventilation. The original case had these little and 2 USBs. Hear about people's cats walking on their power button, and mine definitely will, so I wanted to design around that. Being a Mac user, my initial thought was to put it on the bottom of the case, but in the end, I put it on the top, but recessed it slightly so that no cat paw can actually get in. Okay, but how do we change our front I/O from USB-A replacement cables so that our motherboard header to have vertically? I mocked up a button. I also wanted the neck point thing printed if I did it correctly. But what I did do was print a little cavity for a circular button with a square base to set in. Made a little shell to add a mat too. A quick would be a really nice improvement. Go print. I'll try work and move up it. Help the digging, but any longer than that.
Your brother Alhamne Farouk was on his way to have a tour to go from Vancouver to Toronto as a spiritual awakening.
$720Hz OLED. This is the world's fastest gaming monitor right now, even faster than the 600Hz monitor pro players use in competition. 720Hz on an OLED is insane. And it comes with dual mode. You can use 540Hz at 2K resolution, and the 720Hz is available at 720p, sacrificing some image clarity for the extra smoothness. This is not just a regular OLED. This model is equipped with the new tandem OLED technology, featuring a true black glossy coating, which provides a deeper inky black compared to previous QD and WOLED models, and claim to have higher color volume and a 60% longer lifespan. The monitor itself looks insane. It has an ultra-thin panel, slim bezels, and a transparent back that lets you look into the heatsink, which is very cool. The only downside is that now I need a wide setup to match this monitor. If you could set the price for this monitor, how much would you pay? 720Hz.
When I had to move my mouse 74 centimeters across my pad in order to do a full rotation in game. This is absurdly low, but it strengthened my tracking. At least I thought. There are aiming issues that I feel are universal to both new and experienced aimers/gamers, which is trying to predict your target's movement before it happens. Watching new players or being a new player, the one glaring issue is snapping side to side while trying to track a smooth moving target. This mostly comes from that predicting thought process. As a side note, it also comes from tensing your muscles too much, but we'll talk about that later. Instead of trying to predict movement, we need to learn movement, what certain things mean and lead to. The split second of slowing down a target does before a strafe, the character's change in leg movements, and so on. As you watch this clip slow down, notice that the target slows into a direction change, not an immediate change. By understanding this, we can translate that movement into our hand movement. Reading it is completely put on learning the game's unique mechanics and abilities instead of whether we can aim or not. This is why aim trainers improve in respective FPS games quicker than casual players. Sensitive to react appropriately, but using a sensitivity of 38 centimeters 360, if you switch to 24 cm, your score will be relatively similar. This simple practice immediately disproves the traditional idea of muscle memory. We're reacting to what we experience on screen. If the game we're playing mostly consists of slow horizontal movement-based targets, then it's unnecessary and often detrimental to run a fast sensitivity. We can run a sensitivity like 24 cm in a game like Counter-Strike, but the amount of stress that put on our hands is unnecessary, and the game's reliance on precision would be punishing. The purpose of a sensitivity range is for the movement of our hands to roughly match the range of movement speed and verticality of the respective game. Having a slower sense simply makes precise aiming easier. Having a faster sense makes aiming at wide ranges easier. Put simply, every FPS game has a sensitivity range. It's good to respect this range and fall somewhere within it if you're looking for a good starting place. I'll link a reference to sensitivity ranges based on games in the description. The naturally occurring sense ranges for games are based upon the movement and mechanics of the given game. Generally speaking, the more verticality or faster the movement, the higher the sense range. The reason we want to match the movement of the game itself